As you can see, everything is pretty green now. It's a heck of a difference from the summer, and it's almost sort of unbelievable that you know, it pops. As you can see, we're in typical autumn territory now. I'm just wanting to see what the water situation is. Wow, that is very much lower than it should be. Yes, so I think I'm going to have to get an implement and try and scrape out that water mine. Yeah, all of this stuff can't really be helping the water flow. Okay, well that is flowing again. Can't tell whether it's flowing much quicker at the moment, but I'll come and have a look a little bit later on. But the weather today, my goodness me, I'm not sure it's going to be any good at filming at all. Everything blowing around. Ugh. Now we have streams running through the house. Cripes. Well, we've had some damage. I had to get up the ladder when it finally stopped raining, and luckily it's just the eaves tiles that have come off. But I'm glad no one was out here to be smacked by them. Goodness me. Well, the pergola seems to have had better days. I even had a gas bottle blown around. Well, I suppose that's going to have to be repurposed. Luckily it didn't actually hit the caravan. And this pear tree has acquired a new angle. Seems to be solid though. Goodness me, I don't know what else has gone on around here. I can't really see a lot in the mist. But we really did have some quite impressive winds. I think Storm Claudia was the culprit. I believe that it's going on over the weekend and tracking its way up through Europe. Now this all flowing would indicate that maybe the tank is filled back up, which would be a good thing. Wow, I'm at least pleased with that because we can get the shower working again. Not a lot to see here, apart from me realising that my 5-metre ladder is not going to be long enough, and that I'm going to be having to put up the scaffolding tower. Great! A lot of wasps hanging around, which is causing me just to go rather slowly because I don't quite know where they are. I don't know whether these are the ones that have been kicked out of the nest and are just sort of like hanging around. But they seem to like the scaffolding, and I don't know whether that's because there's lots of nooks and holes and stuff that they can hide in. But I'm also rather concerned there might be a wasp's nest up on the roof. And I really don't want to be up somewhere high and being chased by wasps. did have a nest up there. I don't really like heights, I have to say, so I'm going to find a way to tie this on before I do too much more up there, because if it goes over when I'm on it, I'll be going down an awful long way. So yeah, I'm taking this really easily because I really don't want to kill myself, obviously, and doing that on camera might be a bit embarrassing. So if this is my last ever message, love you all. I'm going to hook the rope over, I don't know whether you can see, but there's a series of hooks carrying a telephone line up there, and I'm hoping that that's going to just give something to tie it onto. Yes, I guess that these old bits of iron, horseshoes and old shovels, were probably driven into the wall to keep animals tied up with. But yeah, whoever did that, and however many years ago, I'm rather grateful for that, because I actually got something to tie onto. Now, this really is just a fail-safe. And I'm not going to put my entire trust in it, and I'm not going to be doing any leaning out over the edge. Okay, that's still going to feel a little bit wobbly and scary, but that is a little bit better than it was before, and I have a little bit more confidence in it. Who's that coming up the hill? Is that Mummy? Yes, yes it is. Okay. What have we got here? So these were really just ripped out of place. So these are literally just, I mean, there are no gutters here, it's just to throw off the water a little bit away from the walls. I suppose gutters would be a nice thing to install one day, but there's plenty of other jobs to do before we get round to that. Alright, just slide this in here. Now, you haven't got smell-o-vision, but it stinks of insecticide up here, because when I came up first, I lifted a tile and a load of wasps came out. So they got sprayed for obvious reasons. I'm not going to be hanging around up here with them trying to sting me.